going on, guys? You're on the sidelines with the Sideline guys. I'm Derrick.
And I'm Chris. Welcome back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you been?
I've been doing great, man. Can't complain. Didn't work out so well for my Ravens, but I'm still happy. I honestly feel like,
Hey,
you lose to a good team, you can't be too hard on yourself.
hey, man. Look, you've got more reason to have something to say like that than I do.
Mm.
Well, I'll put it like this: that helmet ain't spinning anymore.
Yeah, it isn't. I noticed it isn't.
Nope. Nope.
They don't get the respect. That's
Nope.
that's how it is.
Nope. I was a little cold today. I was gonna put the Eagles hoodie on. I said nope.
Oh.
Nope.
He said, I'll take the cold. I'll
I'd rather
take
be
the cold.
cold.
Oh man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But all right, man. Well, I mean, actually, and we have more stuff to as well with basketball too. Like this is what week two. Week two. What
Mhm.
was what have you been thinking about with your Thunder? Because I haven't heard too much
Oof.
about them.
So honestly, we're 0-4,
Yeah.
but I would say it's a happy 0-4, and here's why. I don't expect us to be good at all anyway.
Mhm.
Um, Josh Giddey looks as just about what I thought he would be. He's very young, very green. In a lot of ways, hasn't really flashed too much, but I think as far as what we need, as far as giving our young players minutes, as far as Shea balling out and looking like a potential leading scorer, I mean,
Yeah.
there's some things on the horizon. I was happy that we were beating the Warriors and going into half, but I don't
Yeah.
expect to win much games this season. I'm hoping we keep those picks in a good range and
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
keep building.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all got a lot of picks too. So.
Hmm. What about the Celtics?
Yeah.
Because I've actually been watching some Celtics games too. I think you guys are really good. Just had some tough ones.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's literally just the beginning of the season. That's the one thing that annoys me about uh fans. I wouldn't even say basketball, just fans though. Like soon as like a team loses one game, it's all of a sudden like it's the end of the world. Certain teams win a game, it's the end of the world. Certain teams lose a game, and it's just like they'll figure it out. Like that narrative of one team losing over here, another team over here losing, and basically you could apply the same logic to both teams. Uh, it's just weird to me. Like
Mhm.
every excuse that has come up in the book for the Lakers, for the Nets, is weird. It's weird
Yep.
to me. It's weird to me. So, yeah, the Celtics are gonna do well. I have no doubts about this team. Like they're moving the ball much better. Welcome back, Al Horford.
I love that guy.
Blocking
Even
like
even when he was on
crazy.
OKC, you
Yeah.
see him. He's one of those guys. He's on the opposite end of the Simmons spectrum. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You don't got to question that effort at all. Legit. Even if he's struggling, you still see those kind of plays from
Yeah, and that's one thing I like, bro. To be completely honest, I was excited because I've been since he left, I've been clamoring for him to come back.
him. Hmm. Yep.
So
Yep.
to see him come back and see him perform the way he has, a lot of people on the outside said, this guy is washed because he was sitting in OKC. I don't get that. They said he was washed because of how Brett Brown did not use him in Philly. Like that the narratives in basketball just well in sports overall, but within the NBA, a lot of the narratives are just weird to me.
I feel like all of these mostly come from people that don't watch the games either.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
personally, I had Al Horford in one of my leagues, and he almost won me single-handedly a league that I came in
Yeah,
second place in.
yeah.
So it doesn't make sense why people really think that way. If you're not watching the games, you don't see how they're playing. He was very
Mhm.
close to a double-double in that season. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
silly, those narratives. But at the end of the day, I agree. I feel like a lot of the reasons for those reactions is just looking at the box score, and
Mhm.
and you could kind of feel that way about both sports too. Like I
Yeah.
feel like we made that mistake even with the Titans with that bad loss they had against the Jets. We're like, oh, they're cold now, you know what I mean? And it's
Yeah,
hard not to
yeah.
feel that way, especially when you rate certain teams to be way worse or way better than you thought they were. A great example is this: people are going to be like, oh, you guys are 2-2, but you guys lost to the Knicks, who are balling, who are playing
Mhm.
better than they ever have, and also Shout out to my boy Logic for telling me this. They lead in the league in 3-pointers right now, which is rare for that team, especially a Tibbs coach team.
Yeah, I don't
So
expect that to last.
for sure.
I don't
And you
expect that to
felt it
last.
in that game,
Yeah,
though. They were doing some crazy shit, but there was also a lot
yeah,
of moments where both teams could have stuck it out. So
yeah. I mean,
I'm
and
sure that was
that was a
frustrating.
double overtime. Both teams are tired. By the second overtime, like both teams were barely hitting anything. So,
Legit.
like, it's just about who was able to actually like heave in the basketball like the last time. Like that there was really nothing else to really like hang your head on with that. So I don't care about that, man. I really just like you what the Nets and not the Nets, the Hornets and the Bulls are
Hmm.
the top of the East right now.
Yeah.
Which I don't put too much stock in. I do have both teams being in the playoffs. I think they're going to be great teams, but they're not going to stay at the top of the East. That's the thing that I just hate those narratives where people think that just because something shapes up one way in the beginning of the season, it's going to hold out for the rest. It's 82 games.
Mhm.
You have to play 82 games. If the season ended, right now, I'm what who's in a play-in tournament?
Shit, a
Some
lot of
really good
names
teams,
you
right?
expected. Yeah, a lot of names you expected to be one seeds.
Yeah, so come on, man. That's just the thing. I don't get with. I don't get with. So that's part of the reason why I don't even watch ESPN or FS1.
Yeah.
I just leave them alone. I
I
see
feel like that's
some
also
highlights.
I feel that though. You gotta filter out the negativity. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah,
feel the
yeah,
sport for what it is. And I feel like a lot
yeah.
of times that's actually what makes season openings so exciting because
Mm-hmm.
you're getting reality checks on all ends of the spectrum, and
Mm-hmm.
also a lot of these teams need to learn those lessons. Like people
Yeah.
really underestimate the value of an L, like especially
Yeah.
for teams that are just coming together. Like
Yes. New coaches, new players. You still have to learn each other. People act like beginning of the season that's just gonna gel right then and there. It doesn't happen like that. It
yeah,
doesn't. Very rarely will you see something happen like that. So whatever. I don't care. It's interesting, but we'll see how it goes. Um, the Ben Simmons situation though, how are you feeling about that? Because
so I feel great about my pick, and here's
yeah,
why. Here's
yeah,
why. Because they still haven't traded him.
yeah.
I don't think they're gonna trade him at this
Mm-mm.
point. I think he's gonna end up coming back at some point. But they're getting the production that they need out of that position from a lot of people that need to step on up on that team.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Seth Curry. They also have another point guard who's been playing very well in that distributor role. I think
Mm-hmm.
sort of shoring up that end of the bench and understanding that no matter what happens here, we're going to be fine. And in a game where they should have really beat the Nets, I think they should be 3-1 right now. They had a really close game with the Nets where they were
Mm-hmm.
up big
Mm-hmm.
and they just failed to close it out towards the end of the stretch. Missed a lot of open shots.
Yeah,
I'm looking at you,
yeah.
Danny Green. I know he got lit up on Twitter for it,
He did. He
but
did.
yeah, I mean, I feel like those shots go in most of the time, and they come out with that game. Joel Embiid looks better than ever due to shooting threes. He's actually
Yeah,
willing to shoot them more often now too.
yeah, yeah.
Which at times it could lead to some moments where you're like drive, especially in
Mm-hmm.
that Nets game. But the
Mm-hmm.
fact that he's doing it and hitting them, definitely bodes well for the rest of the season. So I like it, man. I like it. Obviously, I'm higher on them than a lot of people are, but I just think that top end of that division, it could end up either way. As far as the Eastern Conference, that's the division.
Yeah.
It could end up where uh, that top four teams, I feel like, could end up lined up in any sort of
Mm-hmm.
scenario of 1, 2, 3. So I'm looking forward to the way the season shapes out, like you said. Not trying to overreact to anything.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, and the thing about it, I forgot. Hold on. Where did you predict? What was your prediction for the Sixers
That they're gonna be facing the Warriors in the
in the
finals.
finals? Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry to laugh at that. I can't. Oh man, that's hell of a prediction, bro. If that actually happens, man, I'm just
I'm just saying, I should have went to the bookie, man. I should have went to the
you
sus
should
bookie.
have. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I mean, but like one thing, I don't think Simmons is getting traded either. It's the value is going down day by day. The latest thing is him coming out saying that he's just mentally not ready, and saying that I think his um back or something is hurting right now or
Hmm.
something. So I think we discussed this before, but I expect to hear more of those reports come out where, the closer he gets to playing, it's another cramp or something that holds him out for a game or two.
Mm,
Um, and I don't take the mental health thing, lightly. I been there, still going through it.
for sure.
I get what that's like, but my hope and prayer is that he's not using that as an excuse to just not get fined, because there's a clause of not finding players for mental issues, I think. Um it would be a smart, I'll say that. Like, I can admire it from a business perspective, but from a mental health perspective, I hope he actually is. I mean, you don't want to hope that someone's actually dealing with something like that, but I would hope that's not a lie.
Yeah.
Let's just put it like that.
The reason why you have to say this is because of the way these events unfolded. If this was
Yeah,
what was brought up in the first place,
yeah,
and the reasons were cited as, well, I feel betrayed by the fan base, whatever the case is, I don't even feel comfortable
mm-hmm.
around my own teammates because of whatever. If that was the reason from the beginning, in my opinion, you wouldn't be in a position where you could question that.
Right, right,
But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. Like you said, you hate to wish that upon anyone, but at the same time, it's like seems a lot of convenience right there, a lot of convenience. But I agree with that though. If you need
yeah,
your time, you got to take it. And at the end of the day, if it causes them not get fined, I'm actually fine with that as well. But
mm-hmm.
as far as long term though, like if that continues to be the thing, then at some point, with all due respect, you have to show that you're actively working towards improving that, in my opinion.
Right, right.
So
Therapy or something.
I would hope they monitoring that somehow. But anyway,
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah, yeah,
um, I'm just excited though because the West looks wide open in a lot of ways, even though the Warriors have been cooking.
yeah,
The East, there's a lot of different teams that are having some success too. The Knicks,
yeah,
everyone loves to talk about the Knicks, and the fact that they're that high up there, got a lot of people hyped up. So
yeah.
just a lot to talk about, which is fun.
Speaking of, I would like to go ahead and recant what I said last week.
Okay, let's hear it.
I would like to make a change, which I changed it last week from what I'm about to say again. The Warriors I'm going to predict them going to the finals again. I'm I'm
You
I'm
did.
gonna I'm a yeah, I said that the first time, and then I changed it to Phoenix out of respect for Phoenix for what they did last year. But I'm
Mhm.
I'm changing that back to Golden State, man. And Steph is my early favorite for MVP. Dude is just killing it, man. He is
Legit.
killing it. So
Legit. I'm
I
just
like what I'm
saying,
seeing.
remember who picked it.
Yeah.
This guy right here. Just saying. Real
Yeah.
quick, so I'm updating this. Do you want Warriors and what? Because you picked Celtics and seven. So
Celtics.
what would be your
Yeah.
Celtics and
Warriors
seven still? Okay.
still Warriors and Celtics, but yeah, I'm gonna say the Warriors come out the West because they're the team that I actually have the most faith in right
Mhm.
now. I like this. I think I was actually regretting saying Phoenix after I said it, but I just wanted to finish the episode out and just not go back to it. So yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. So I just want that to be changed.
I got you. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. And I'm
Yeah,
just saying, our
yeah.
Jalen Green pick for Rookie of the Year is looking slick as
Bro,
well, man.
Jalen Green looks stupid, man.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Should have been. I'm saying it just based on how it's looked. I think he should have been the number one pick, man. He
I don't
looks
know
really
how
good.
he
He
wasn't.
looks better than a lot of rookies than that I've seen in a couple years, in my opinion. So
Yeah, he's strong. He's strong. And I was shocked because when we played Houston the other night, I think he hit eight eight threes in that game.
and one from almost at half court.
Oh my
Yeah.
bro. I knew Houston was losing, but at the same time, like that was just impressive.
Hmm.
Highly
Hmm.
impressive. I mean, once he's gonna be crazy in a couple more years.
And what's surprising is he's very athletic, but he's also very smooth. Like you don't see that
Real
in a lot of
smooth.
players. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he adds a little more muscle to him and just keeps developing. I would love to see I would love to see him in a dunk contest, but I
Yep.
would love to see
It's not happening though.
it's not gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. But I mean he has the hops for it. Um
And the ferociousness too.
and the ferociousness, yeah, yeah, and the confidence. But I would love to see uh if he decided to do it, if both of them decided to do it, I would love to see John Morant versus Jalen Green in the dunk contest.
That would be fire. Yeah,
That would be
that would be so fire.
amazing. That would be
Morant has
amazing.
been also balling, by the way.
Oh
Drop
my
drop 40
god.
on the Lakers in that
Oh
loss.
my
Almost
god.
came up with another 40-point game in this season opener. He's beasting.
Yeah, yeah. So I think there's a lot to be excited about with this season overall. Um, I but real quick, what are your thoughts on what you've been seeing with Brooklyn? Because this rule of the I forgot what they're calling it, but where the shooter is not able to
Kick out.
make kick out, yeah,
They
make
should call
a
it the Harden rule.
it might as well. I mean,
Mhm.
it's been hampering him a lot.
Yeah,
It's
for
been hampering
sure.
him a lot. So
I think he's going to be fine, especially if he continues to attack the rim. I feel like that's where he gets most of his fouls anyway.
mhm,
But I agree. I think they definitely have been keeping an eye out on that and making sure
yeah,
that they call it, especially with
yeah,
him every single
yeah,
time they get a chance. I don't mind it, to be honest. Honestly, I don't want to be one of those guys that the 90s is superior, but I feel like in a lot of ways, in both the NFL and the NBA, we've come a little too far
yeah,
as trying to keep things clean.
yeah.
So I don't mind it as much as a lot of people I've been seeing literally outraged about it. I'm like, you must have Harden on your fantasy team like I do, or
You
something.
have to be, yeah, yeah. That's one of the reasons why I purposely skipped them. But I actually I don't think that this. I mean, it's a small sample size, but from what we've been seeing, it's not like it's been hampering a lot of players.
Mhm.
It
Yeah,
just it seems to be, and it feels right. It doesn't feel like it's one of those things where um the refs are getting it wrong. They're getting it
exactly.
right. They're getting it right.
And
So
I've also seen in some matchups, like I've seen Steph Curry still was able to draw a foul with a pump fake and still get his 3 shots. So
yeah,
it's not as if
yeah,
they're changing the rule entirely. It's just that
hmm
kick out spot, and
yeah.
I don't mind it at all.
You just have to figure it out. Figure out how to utilize it in your favor. And that's it. That's
I think
it.
the key is just going straight up. Like
That's it.
a lot of people would try to do the fade to
Yeah,
give themselves a little bit more space, but you're probably gonna miss that shot anyway. Like,
yeah,
try to make the shot as much as you can, but go straight up.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't know.
We'll
I
see.
I love what we're seeing. This is a phenomenal season, and for it to be the 75th season, I'm loving it, man. This right on track, right
Yeah,
on
it's
track.
exciting stuff. Exciting
Yeah,
stuff.
man.
I would say
Yeah.
too, we said this about the NFL. We now saying this about the NBA. Do you think there's something to say just as far as the technology and the understanding of the human body at this day and age really makes a difference in as far as the quality of athletes? Because I feel like we're in a
Yeah.
golden age of the NBA, in my opinion, of the
hmm
NFL and of combat sports, which is kind
hmm
of crazy to think of.
hmm Yeah. I don't see how anyone would say it isn't, because I mean, like you said, the technology is just so more advanced. It's far more advanced from where it was 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think what we're seeing is a lot better. I think the recovery time for athletes significantly improved. One of our other podcasts on that, they just discussed this on this past episode about how um we're seeing players um that are older that are playing a lot longer. So it's not like players are getting to the 30, 32 to 34 mark and they're expendable.
Mhm,
Like Trevor Ariza is still playing, right? I mean, not right now because he's hurt, but um he's still in the league.
mhm.
I don't even know
Yeah,
how old he is,
and
but he's
rightfully so.
but
Rightfully so.
yeah, yeah, and when he's healthy, he's playing well. And I still that which brings me to the fact that I don't know how Jamal Crawford is now on the team.
That's a very good point. Yeah, there's a lot of teams that could take that flyer for sure.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I mean, you say what you want about Isaiah Thomas. I think he should be on the team wholeheartedly as well because he's not even that old. But Crawford still has it at
There's
his
no reason.
age.
Yeah, there's no
There's
reason. Yeah.
legit no reason. Like I can understand why some people might hesitate on Isaiah Thomas. Crawford, there's no hesitation.
Is he playing overseas or something, or has he just
I don't
decided
think
not
he
to?
is. I don't think he is. I think he's just playing pickup games and doing his his basketball
League, yeah.
his basketball league up in Seattle.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I like what I've been seeing from him. So hopefully he gets on the team. I think there's like you said, there's a couple teams that could use someone like that. So I mean, what you just brought the Brooklyn Nets just brought LaMarcus Aldridge
Man,
back, right?
the Nets can't tell me nothing. Y'all kept Joe Johnson around for so
Yeah,
long, bro. Like you might as well give Jamal Crawford a shot.
yeah. So I mean, we'll see. But
They
yeah,
got way too much wings though.
they do. Oh yeah, that's part reason why I just I can't give them as much credit as other people do.
I
I
agree.
can't just automatically write them into the finals as other people do.
I agree.
I it wouldn't shock me. I say it like this: it wouldn't
And
shock
it'll
me
be
if
because of
they,
KD.
yeah, yeah, if they make it, but it wouldn't shock me if they get bounced in the second round
Yep, I agree, 100%. Or the first even.
or the first. I just Kyrie is nowhere coming back, nowhere close to coming back. Um, and
These clowns.
I just I don't. What is the latest news with him? Because I don't even.
You know what's the latest news? Floyd Mayweather came out with a post
I saw
congratulating
that.
and standing in solidarity with him. That was the latest news. He's just at home chilling.
I'm trying to think if I actually want to say this, and I might tell you this off air. Remind me about that
Man,
about that off air.
I am
Yeah.
not coming to Floyd Mayweather for advice on anything unless I'm trying to go to girl collection. You know what I mean? I will. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, money. He's good on. He's good advisor on money, but I like not this. Not this.
Not this.
It's
Not anything. Not
not.
anything.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm. God
If you
bless
could read
Kyrie,
me
man.
one page of a
But
Harry Potter
so,
book, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. We could just move on from that. You know.
yeah, because I was going to say something about that. I was impressed. I'll just say it like that. I was impressed. I
I
was
agree.
impressed. He
I
did
agree.
he did well.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, if you're able to make this much buzz about yourself when you're not even playing, you got to
Yeah,
be excited.
yeah,
You got to be
yeah,
excited.
yeah. So
Let's
I
go,
mean,
Kyrie, man. Flat earthers, they're just continuing to become world renowned with backers like Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, it's amazing.
oh man, yeah. I mean, again, it, back to what we were talking about before, though. The technology, it's just far more advanced where we're seeing a lot of these guys and it's not even just technology with the with like the recovery. It's technology with the shoes as well. Like
I
those
didn't
are
even think of that.
those are far more advanced,
I was thinking dietary supplements,
Yeah,
all of that stuff.
yeah. But like
Supplements.
think back in the Larry Bird Johnson days.
Exactly.
They're playing in Converse. Have you ever tried to play in shoes like that? I
Oh
played
man,
in Tim's one time,
you
bro.
could if there's a pebble this large that you
Yeah.
step on in some Converses, you will be feeling it for the rest of the week. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I played in Tim's one time. It was like it was a yeah. Trust me, it was not a good idea. It was all ego. It was all ego.
I know those
There was
ankles were blistered.
no. I tore my Achilles.
Oh man.
I partially tore my Achilles going to crossover. So yeah, the technology in shoes in general is just significantly better. I think there's something to be said about how that improves the quality of the game and um, performance of the players. So yeah, I would agree with that wholeheartedly.
I just want
Wholeheartedly.
to say like that's a baller move because if you were out there in A solos, like you're not getting the same level of respect. It had to be Tim's. Like it had to be Tim's in order for it. That's a true like NBA live move right there. Like
Yeah, yeah.
you're on the park, like you're on the rec, like you got your Tim's on, you're
Yeah,
doing your thing.
yeah. No, and
Oh
I
man.
was playing, bro. I played lockdown defense the entire time.
Yep.
It was so good. I was cutting. I
The amount
was
of friction was amazing, but it came
yes,
back to bite
yes.
you.
It bit hard.
So
I was guarding the toughest player on the court,
I mean, you had the toughest things on your feet, so it makes
Yeah,
sense.
so I had to go for it, man. And you know, there's girls around you want to impress, stuff like that. So I was doing all that stuff you see like in the YMCA league. Like it's
I was
just
gonna say, bro,
yeah,
you can't show up
yeah.
in Tim's and not hack people. You feel me?
Oh,
You got to be
bro,
a hack.
bro. I was doing everything that I could to make my team win. We
Listen,
were
you cleaned it
so
up now,
close.
but I gotta ask, like, did you have on a do rag too? Like,
No, I didn't.
can we
I did.
can we complete the seal? Like, can we have all the chakras aligned? Because that would have just been legendary.
That would have been
Clean
beautiful, but I did have a do rag on that day. Not during that game. Not,
Not that game. Yeah, I might have left with it on, but on the way, nah. This is great.
man. And
Before we
it was
wrap
just
up, I gotta ask you
that.
because this is a completely on brand with this discussion.
Mhm.
How do you feel about how Braun's playing? First of all, because he's a I would say a mystery to modern science. If you look at his
Yeah,
career
yeah,
and how he's able
yeah.
to do what he's able to do is really incredible. And it's on a different level than Brady even because the longevity and success is there,
Mhm.
but physically you could say like he hasn't really missed a beat.
He hasn't. He hasn't. I mean, we're this is year 19, correct?
Yep.
We're just now starting to see him kind of like miss games due to injury, where we weren't
Hmm.
seeing that prior, So I I put it like this. The skeptic in me doesn't really I can't say that I truly like wholeheartedly believe that he's injured. I kind of like think he's just like
Taking some time.
taking some time. Yeah, because
I feel like everyone at some point is hurt for the most part with
yeah,
something,
yeah, yeah,
and at that age you could be hurt and it
yeah,
turns into injured. I think that's what
yeah,
it is.
yeah. I'm not saying that he didn't get hurt, like his ankle didn't get hurt at all. I don't know that it's to the degree that the
Mhm.
reports coming out. Like he's sitting out another. I think tonight. I think
Yep.
they're playing OKC, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, this he's sitting out another game. So this is back to back. Um, AD might sit. We never know. Based off what, and I still don't even truly understand what happened to him last night. But I don't know that LeBron is actually hurt. Not to the degree.
We leave it at
I'm a
that.
skeptic.
We leave it
I'm
at that.
so skeptical. Yeah, because I remember, and it's hard to believe him because you remember like I forgot what year this was, but he went up. I think he was either going for a dunk or something or a block, excuse me, and got bumped and went into the crowd and his head hit the camera and the way that he was like writhing in pain on the floor, you would think like it was just like he almost got decapitated or something. Like
Hmm.
LeBron sells moves. He sells injury on the
Thousand
court.
percent. 1,000%.
So like when I saw that and then he just like got up and then not like he wasn't hurt, but good to go. It was just like ever since that day, like that year, because I thought when that happened, I was like, oh, the way he was writhing, that this is over. I thought like he's out for a good minute. He was good to go. Like I just until I actually see LeBron just like be like it's a catastrophic injury, which I don't think we're going to see that because like you said,
Ever.
like the way he's taking care of his body, I don't think we're going to see him have a catastrophic injury. Um, I just don't know that I would believe it.
I feel you on that. And I think that's been a big story of his career, his entire career. I feel like a
Yeah,
lot of it, and it's weird too, because I have a weird hate and respect relationship for Braun because of
yeah,
this. Because
yeah,
in a
yeah.
lot of ways, if you watch the games where he isn't doing that,
Hmm.
there's a lot of times where they're missing calls because he's just a different kind of guy than
Yeah,
a lot of the people he's competing against. And you could admit
yeah,
that, like,
yeah.
especially you see in a lot of drives, there's a lot of fouls that people get away with if he's not complaining. So
Hmm.
I feel like
Hmm.
almost like he he wasn't born this way, the darkness made him this way. But at the end of the day, I did have for a long time, especially when my OKC lost to him in the Heat. I really felt like, oh, he's a bitch. All he does is, complain for calls. Like all he does is complain all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
And I just grown to respect it because literally you see it. If he doesn't, they're not gonna respect him. And I agree. As someone who watches combat sports, the things that they no sell in order to
yes,
get the referee or to get the doctor to continue to allow the fight, the
yeah,
things that they no sell, it's like there's no way any of this should be hurting you guys that much, especially on soccer. Like those, that's really egregious. That's why I can't.
yeah.
I used to be a big World Cup guy. Now I can't even. It's terrible.
Yeah, man. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. The Lakers in general, I like
That's the question.
that's the question. Is LeBron has never been a question for me on any team he's been on. It's literally just like the rest of the guys.
Supporting cast.
Yeah, yeah. So like I don't know what we're gonna see with the Lakers. I mean, I was shocked when I was watching the other night to see Avery Bradley even on the bench. I didn't
Mhm.
know that they got him. Like as soon as he got cut from the Warriors, he went to the Lakers. So I
I thought
didn't.
I thought you would know because that's another one of your guys, bro. That had
Yeah,
to be. I
yeah,
I swear that could be him, Dak. We got a whole family right here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, 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 yeah. No, and I no, I love Avery Bradley. I just didn't know. I saw no report on him going to the Lakers until
Yeah,
I
yep.
saw
It
them.
was hush hush.
It was quiet. That was real quiet. So, which kind of weird to me that they have Bradley and Rondo at the same time. It's just weird.
Very
It's
weird.
I hate seeing former Celtics or Celtics lifers in those jerseys. Like it killed me
Mm.
seeing. Like I understood the ad, but seeing Jason Tatum in a Lakers jersey for that photo shoot where he was dressed as Kobe Bryant's in his jersey and recreating his one of his shots over Dwayne Wade. It was disgusting. So
Mm.
I hate seeing Celtics in Lakers gear at all.
I feel you on that. I thought you was talking about like the basketball move. I'm like, yeah, that's disgusting, disgusting.
Oh,
But literally, when it comes to that too, yeah, that's
yeah,
heartbreaking. Yeah, that's
yeah. No,
heartbreaking.
so and yeah. As soon as that ad came out, now I had Lakers fans hitting me up. Oh, he's coming over. He wants to be with the Lakers now. It's for the 75th anniversary of the league. He was recreating an image of his favorite basketball player. That's it. That's it.
I could feel you on that because there was some rumors that Westbrook was looking into going to Miami, and I felt the same
Yeah,
exact way. I'm like,
yeah,
dude, if he goes to Miami, he's dead to me because
yeah.
KD's already dead to me. So I do have love for Westbrook, but I would say as far as that Spurs game, he did his thing in order to put them in a position to win late. But
Mhm.
before that, you could point to a lot of their problems to him, and I know how it
Yes,
is.
yes.
There's so many moments where you're gonna love having Westbrook on your team, and then
Hmm.
there's a lot of times where you're like, why do you do this? Like, why are you like this?
Yeah, yeah,
But when
yeah,
it's working, and you can't hate them on that. But I agree,
yeah,
it's gonna be a long season for them, in my opinion. I think
yeah.
a lot of people were assuming that those moves kind of put them right back up to the top where they should be,
Hmm.
and I'm not sure it's gonna be that, especially when you got AD and
Old
Dwight
guys.
fighting with each other on the bench.
Yo, what was that about?
He must have said something about his history with trans people or something. He probably said something to get under his skin and get him started. And then next thing you know, for what I don't understand is, imagine they actually would have started pushing each other. What do you do? Like, do they get texts?
That would be weird. That would be weird.
Exactly,
Like, who's shooting?
exactly,
Like,
exactly.
that would
Who
be
gets the
so
tech?
weird. Yeah, I don't know. I like for that to take place. What that was what game 2 or 3? Like
Yep,
for that to take place
game
so
two.
early in the season, that I don't know. I think the biggest thing about the Lakers is that they're just if I'm not mistaken, they are the oldest team in the league, if not
Mm-hmm.
one of the oldest teams in the league. Um, so I really don't know, when you don't have that much depth with youth, like what do you do? Like
Literally.
it's okay right now, but game 20, game 25, 35 in that range, like I think we're going to start seeing that's around the time where you start seeing teams kind of like get into the shape of which they're pretty much going to be for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when we'll see like what to really expect from these guys.
Literally. And I know we always have we were having a discussion earlier about how a lot of people's primes are being extended, but to this
Yeah.
extent, I feel like LeBron is the outlier. Like LeBron, there's
Oh
no
yeah.
other player as far as time and as far as like change in peak. Like
Yeah.
you can obviously admit that he is not peak LeBron, but he is as close as he has anyone's ever been in year 19. And the
Yeah.
fact that this team kind of reminds me. Tell me if you're feeling me on this one. I feel like
Mhm.
they remind me of the Nets when they made that move to get the Celtics grades, where you made yourself, where you were once a young team, like you were a young team, and
Yeah.
now you
Yeah.
made these moves and made yourself super old,
Yeah.
and then you have a window that you thought would be 3 or 4 years, and it's really one or even half a year
It's
because after
yeah. It
that
wasn't a
everyone
whole. It
just
wasn't this even
aged
into the season. Deron
literally.
Deron Williams was just like he just forgot how to play basketball after that.
And God bless him. I feel like that was a health related thing more so
Yeah.
than anything.
Yeah.
God, he was one of my favorite players growing up. Literally,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
really good, really great tight handles.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, that team was super old and it felt like overnight. Like all these guys got old overnight, and I feel
Yeah.
like the supporting cast kind of feels that way too. Westbrook did a really good job at sort of shushing those people with that performance against the Spurs.
Yeah.
But I still feel like for the most part he's going to be more so leaning towards the first couple of games than the last game as far as performance. So
Yeah. I mean, and maybe not. See, this is the thing. Like, I don't read too much into. Like I said earlier, I don't read too much into like the results of games at the beginning of the year.
mhm.
But when you're the Lakers and you're struggling with the Spurs, who are not the Spurs of old. You know what I'm saying? They're I don't even know what they are at this point. I don't know if you really consider them a rebuilding team. I don't know if they're just like full reset. I don't know. But when you have, that type of performance against that team, that's one of those things that you can kind of look at like throughout the year to say like, okay, this is an indicator of that's possibly where we should have seen XYZ, you know.
100%.
So I mean, they still won the game, but you go into overtime with that team, like,
Exactly. Literally, I had this moment when I was talking to some of my friends about this. Can you name me 3 players on the Spurs right now?
um Jacob Pertl.
That's a deep cut. I like that.
Yeah,
You
Jacob
started
Pertl.
with the end. You started with the
Yeah. The
close enough.
DeJounte Murray.
Yes, yes,
Hold
sir.
up,
We need
hold up, hold
more.
up, hold up, hold up, hold up. DeJounte Murray. God, I can't say his name. DeJounte Murray.
There we go.
Um and Jesus Christ. No, I don't know a third.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, you're a better man than me. You got two. You got two. I stopped at Murray
Yeah, I don't know who another person was because I was gonna say Patty Mills, but he's in Brooklyn now. So
and balling too, by the way.
and balling, yeah, he's killing
Shout
it.
out Kyrie for giving them the
Yeah,
opportunity.
yeah, yeah. Which again, Spencer did when it was there, but hey, whatever.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know who else is on that team, bro. I really don't. And this is sad because it feels like that shouldn't even be happening
Especially with Pop.
with Pop. Yeah,
Pop seeing Pop age has been like one of the more wholesome, sad stories. Like I
it
feel like
is.
he
It is.
is he is literally the Roku of our generation. Like we're all gonna look towards him. Like no, but he was the avatar. Like I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But at the end of the day, I agree, man. They're doing their thing to slowly rebuild too. There's always what I find interesting is even if things aren't going so well for the Spurs, there's always players from that Spurs
Yeah,
development camp that are just doing very well.
yeah, yeah,
There's guys in Minnesota, there's not Minnesota, in the Grizzlies that are doing well. So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just I don't know, man.
yeah,
Just a great organization. It sucks to see them down when they're down, but I will
yeah.
admit I have been staying clear away from those games. There's a
Oh,
lot more excitement on the
can I
map
count
than the
Becky
Spurs.
Hammond?
Yes. Oh, yes. That's a deep.
I'll
I said player, but I'll take it.
yes,
I said player, but I'll take
play.
it.
Former player, the coach now.
I like it.
I'll go with her.
And I encourage you. I don't know if you've ever heard it, but
I
check out her Woj podcast with
Oh,
Adrian
I heard.
Wojnarowski.
Yeah, I heard a clip of it. I didn't get to check the whole thing out, but I'll definitely do that because
It
I
was a
love
good
her.
one, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's
she's
great.
good. She's really good. She's really good. It would make sense that they just go ahead and bump her up to head coach once Pop leaves. I,
Mhm.
I would assume Pop is going to retire at the end of this year. Is that the feeling you're getting?
I don't think so.
You don't think?
I don't
Okay.
think so.
Okay.
I think he'll stay around, but I haven't heard any of those rumors. So
Yeah, I haven't heard any rumors either. It's just I thought he was going to retire last year.
yeah,
So,
hey,
it's like a year by year thing for me. Like I would assume he's pretty much one foot out the door though.
you could tell once these interviews start getting nicer on his part. Like
Yeah.
he's starting
He's
to be
been
more
nice for the
polite.
last what 2.5 years.
Yep, giving you smiles at the end.
Yeah. So who
I
knows?
love Pop though. I love Pop.
Yeah.
Acting like I want Greg Popovich. All right. Anyway, next up, we're gonna be back on track, back in the saddle, baby.
Yes,
We
sir.
had a slow week in the NFL.
Very
I'm not
slow.
gonna lie.
Very slow.
I was telling you earlier. I'm gonna tell the people we're honest here. You know,
Yeah.
I all I had was my red zone on. I wasn't watching none of these games except for my Ravens. And once we lost, I definitely had no reason to watch football after that. You know, I was just
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been getting slapped in fantasy, man. My best
Bro.
team is 3-3 right now, so I penned it in. I'm watching for my picks and for fun from this point on. I'm watching for good matchups. And last week we were starving for good matchups, but this week we got some bangers starting 2 nights, baby.
Yeah,
Two
man.
nights.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Yes.
real quick, we'll get into this week's schedule, but let's just talk about these picks from last week, all right? Because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, especially when I was writing these picks in at the end and changing up the spreadsheet. I was scared, man, because I went 3 in a row. I went 3 in a row of just bombs, just failing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about these games that we both got incorrect.
Yeah.
So let me just check this real quick. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I wrote that in
Because I know
incorrectly. I
I
knew
know
I
the
was
one I'm
bugging.
thinking about.
I knew I was bugging. So the first one that we have to get to,
Yeah.
Broncos Browns. What happened?
Yeah.
All three of us got this one wrong.
Yeah. I'm superstitious, okay?
Okay.
So I hope, if he's listening, I hope he takes no insult with this. I blame logic. We were on a roll, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That was a weird one. That one should not have gone the way it went, but it did. It did. And yeah, once we got that one wrong, I said, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be a rough week."
And it actually went better than I thought I would because I
Yeah.
just realized that I just made a huge mistake on the talk, and I put in that the Packers lost for some reason. So no, we actually killed it this week, man.
Yeah.
I went 9-4. You went 11-2.
Wow.
Just big flexing.
Wow.
So what a week. And at the end of the day,
week.
all I could say is, man, I feel you on that. Sometimes you got to get a little superstitious. You know, we got to get back to the basics, and that's what we do here. We're getting back on our P's and Q's. We're gonna bounce back next week. And the other one, the other disgraced game that we have to talk about, because there's no excuse for this. And this has sold me. I'm no longer on the bandwagon. I like the defense, but you can't get me. You can't get me to root for this team again. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Love it. Carolina had the balls to lose to the Giants this week.
Bro, and you know what? Now looking back, it was a mistake. You know what mistake I made?
You let me talk you into it. Oh, in one of your leagues as well.
One of my leagues, Josh Allen, was a bye week. And guess who I picked up? Sam Darnold. Because he was going against the Giants.
Oh, should have picked up Danny Dimes, baby.
Bro, what the hell?
Literally, what the hell? How do you?
What the hell?
They literally only scored a field goal, right?
I think so. I don't even know that. I don't even think that the Giants expected that.
Legit.
That was just weird. That was So I'm okay with getting that one wrong because
25-3. It's crazy.
that made no sense. That made no
And
sense.
they're so banged up. The Giants are so banged up.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what I don't understand.
yeah,
But all
yeah.
right, if those are the worst two games we got, let Catch a Case live on, man. I'll let them rock.
Oh yeah,
So this Thursday night game, man. I've been I had this one circled that we were talking about this game 3 weeks ago. I don't know if
yeah,
you remember this.
yeah,
Packers versus Cardinals, dude. I am pumped. I can't wait.
yeah,
I got my red on. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got faith. I got faith. I'm seeing red tonight. But
Hey,
how do you feel about this game, man? What does it come down to?
to be honest, it comes down to who makes the less mistakes. And Devontae Adams is out.
Go
Um,
video.
yeah, I think Lazard is out as well. He's on the COVID list as well. I think they're both on COVID. Um, which I wish Devontae was on the COVID list last week because I would have won my league last week. But hey, whatever. Um, I'm picking the Cardinals in this game.
Mhm.
I'm picking the Cardinals in this game, and I know JJ Watt is out, but can I just say this one thing? I I find it interesting that all of a sudden Zach Ertz is one of the best tight ends in the league again. I'm talking about by the standards, by media standards. This
Thank you.
I've been saying this for the longest time. He's still one of the greatest tight ends in the league. It's just that where he is horrible. They're
Oh,
not utilizing him the right way. Um, he's in Arizona now. Hurts my heart, but I love seeing him produce the way he's producing out there. Um, if I think I might be saying this the wrong way, but he's the first person in NFL history to score a touchdown in back-to-back games for different teams. And they just said they're sending his game gloves and the I think the ball as well to Canton. So I look, people can say what they want to say. It might be biased. I the way Arizona is playing right now, like I don't see how they really lose. This is going to be interesting to see who's actually going to win it overall because you have a couple of teams that are just like clicking on all cylinders.
literally.
Cardinals, Rams, Bucks. Like you have a couple of teams that they have legit
Bills.
cases. The
Yep.
Bills. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, Jonathan, don't kill me. Um you have a couple of teams that have legit cases to win it all this year. And
And the B tier is very very strong too, which I
yeah,
find
yeah,
anyone could get hot at the end, and you could
yeah,
see certain runs playing out. That's what my
yeah,
Ravens are gonna do. Watch, but
yeah. I mean, and the Cowboys are making the case too. Like,
Chargers. There's so many
ugh,
teams, man.
Jesus Christ, I
Ugh.
ain't saying that.
Ugh.
But but you have like I don't know. Maybe this is just recency bias. I don't know if actually the Packers too. To be completely honest, they
Yep,
have a case as well.
they're in the top tier. Yep.
Yeah, they're in the top tier. So I don't I don't know if this is recency bias, but I don't know if I can't really remember when we've had this many teams in the league that can actually make a legit case to winning it all, not just like going to the Super Bowl, to actually win it all. You can actually make a case for like 7 to 8 teams that can actually win it all. And this is it feels weird, but I mean it's cool as hell. Just as a football fan, it's just mystery again. It's not like, oh, we know like Tom Brady's winning it all. We don't know it. We don't know it,
Literally.
and that's crazy to say because they pretty much have everybody that won last year's championship back on this team. I think like outside like LaShawn McCoy.
Mhm.
So I
And he
don't know,
retired. Yep.
and he retired. Yeah, so the Cardinals will win this game. I'm choosing them. I'm choosing them because they just seem they have less players that are out. I put it like
Hmm.
that. They
Yep.
have less players out.
I feel you on that. And I was gonna pick. I was coming into this week picking the Packers. I honestly felt
Yeah.
You're looking at that schedule when we were talking about this. You were like, "There's no way this is the game that they lose,"
Yeah.
and I agreed. I honestly felt the
Hmm.
same way. And then as soon as I found out that Devontae Adams had the vids, I was like, "Man, I think it's over." Like I really
Yeah.
think they needed that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be really shocked if this isn't a close game anyway. I think this is gonna be
Yeah.
a fun game,
Yeah.
especially like you said with some missing pieces on the defense. I still feel like I just wanted to get back to this. That's really cool that that's getting indoctrined in the Hall of Fame. But
Yeah.
I feel like Zach Ertz's best days are behind him,
Hmm.
and a lot of people don't want to admit that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like when they made this trade, it was almost like they were getting Zach Ertz from like 3 years ago.
Hmm.
And if you were, don't get me wrong, now you're really in business. But I feel like it's a little overplayed in some ways. I think, especially come playoff time, I think he's going to be a lot more involved. So I feel like this narrative is going to continue. But I feel like with what they already had and the pieces, with all due respect, having a serviceable tight end at that position would have been great for them anyway. So the fact that they
Yeah.
got Zach Ertz
Yeah.
is even better.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's in the upper echelon of tight ends. I don't know if you could talk me into that at this point in the NFL, but
No,
he's definitely top 10. But
yeah, yeah, you can say
um,
top 10. I'm not saying that he's top three right now,
hmm. But he
but just
was
he was most definitely. And I think, put it like this, with him being in Arizona, I think the production that you will get out of him will be close to what we saw at his prime.
I agree.
I'm not saying that he's going to perform like prime Ertz, but I believe that the production that you saw with him in his prime years is going to be very close to what we're seeing with him in Arizona because of all the weapons you have there.
For
You,
sure.
you have so
It's
many.
nuts.
It's like a defensive coordinator is just going to lose their mind going against this team. So, and I don't even know if we're going against the Cardinals this year or not. But if we are, Jesus, I'm not watching that game at
For
all.
sure. I would
There's
say I
no.
think the best way to sort of attack this team is to fill the box, keep a spy, and
Yeah.
never let them run the ball. Just
Yeah. Yeah.
make them pass over and over again, and
Yeah.
hope that Kyler Murray makes mistakes because he
Yeah.
hasn't been running, which I find
Yeah.
even crazier. He
Yeah.
hasn't been running like that. So
Yeah.
that's just another dimension to this offense that at some point I'm sure Cliff Kingsbury is going to release.
I think they're
eh,
waiting for toward the later half of the season.
and that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
just so dangerous already. I really feel like this team, especially if they come out winning this week, I think
Yeah.
that there's a real chance that we could see a team go undefeated, and that would be insane.
It's weird. It's weird. It would be amazing to actually see that. This is the first season where we've had the season expanded. So if they can actually go undefeated in this type of with this type of schedule, I would be impressed. I'd be impressed.
I mean, just going into the bye undefeated,
Yeah,
that's just it's
that's
nuts. It's
that's
nuts.
weird. That's weird.
Yep. But we're both going Cardinals here, right?
Yes, sir.
They've been fun to watch though, man. I can't,
They
like you
have been.
said, as a fan, you cannot complain. There's so many good teams to watch. Even lower teams like the Vikings we'll get to later. Like even
Yeah.
teams like that, they're fun to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
So good time for fantasy too if you know what you're watching.
Oh,
But apparently
most
I
definitely.
don't know nothing. I don't know nothing apparently. Next up, Panthers Falcons. From glory to guts to absolute guts. By the way, all of these games are taking place on Halloween Day, which I find very cool.
Wow. Trick or treat. Which one are you going? Trick or treat on this one?
Oh, oh, this is gonna be the biggest trick. I mean, allowed. I think
Yeah. Yeah. Where are
this
they
should
playing?
be. You know what this should be? This should be a overseas game. This should be
Yeah.
one of those London
Yeah. They
games.
should be in London with this one. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
Where are they playing? They are in Atlanta. You
Okay.
going? You going?
Hell no. Hell, hell no.
I love the
Look,
venom.
I didn't go when the Eagles came here. So no.
They can't pay you to go. Yeah, yeah.
No, no, no.
Yeah, that team
Um
sucks too. But I hate having to pick against them because they actually have been putting things together offensively lately, and
yeah.
I just hate. I just made a whole rant about how you can't convince me. But I don't. Man, they're gonna make me do it. They're gonna make me go back on what I just. I'm going with the Falcons. I'm gonna take this L and I'm fine with it because I'm not picking this damn team again to win in any spot.
Bro, I'm confidently taking the Falcons.
Wow, nice,
Confidently.
nice,
You have
nice.
you have a buzz in Atlanta right now. The
I
Braves just
agree.
won their first game in the World Series,
Beautiful, by
which
the way.
wow.
Thank you, thank you.
So there's a buzz here. There's a buzz here, and I think that buzz is going to translate onto that field. Plus, the Falcons have actually been playing a little bit better lately.
Mhm.
Taking the
Man,
Falcons.
this is why you come to the sideline, guys. Like
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I've never heard such an electric take. Like this man is citing geography.
yeah,
This man is bringing in all the sports energy. There's just a buzz in the air, and you love to hear it.
yeah. It's.
Shit.
I
There's a
think
buzz in
the
here too.
Panthers. Yeah, I think the Panthers just have the weirdest thing going on right now. I think I put it like this: I cannot choose the Panthers confidently unless McCaffrey is out in that field. If before we're done with this recording and there's something that says that McCaffrey's playing, I'm going with the Falcons. If McCaffrey plays, the Panthers win.
I agree on that. And no,
Yeah.
he's on IR still. So
Yeah. So
yeah, we're going
there
with
you
the
go.
Cardinals here.
Yeah.
And I won't be surprised if they end up getting 6 sacks and still lose. Honestly,
Yeah.
if the
Yeah.
Panthers end up getting 6 sacks and still end up on the
Yeah.
losing end of it.
Yeah. I don't have any confidence in what they have going on right now at all. At all.
Yep.
So
All right. Shout out. It's necessary. I've been getting one a week now. I felt the
yeah.
love. It's only right. Shout out our boy Dwayne. We got the Titans coming up against the Colts next.
Yeah,
Man,
man.
we already know which way we going on this one. We don't need a consultation. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Bro, you can somewhat make a case for both teams in this one.
How dare you?
You can somewhat look. Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz looks better every year, every week.
I agree.
I forgot what stat that I read earlier. But he's like I think leading the league in like he's leading the league in something. I forgot what it is, and I don't want to misquote it, but I think it's something to do with his interception percentage. I think he's amongst one of the best quarterbacks to not get intercepted or something like that. I didn't watch the last game, but um he's doing well. He's
Mhm.
doing well, which speaks to the environment he was in. Um I feel weird choosing the Colts though.
How dare you?
I would
How
feel
dare
weird.
you?
I would feel weird. So I'm going with the Titans.
All right, all right.
I'm going with the Titans.
I'm
But you
glad.
can
I'm
make a
glad you walked that
case.
tightrope. You
You
got me
can make a
going right now.
case,
You
bro.
you really brought the heat out of me because I swear I was about to go off. I was about to go off on this team because we talked about this earlier when we was on our NBA rant. I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of times certain things happen and you got to just chalk it up for what it is. And
Yeah.
it's hard to do that when you lose to the Jets in a close game.
Yeah.
But they've been looking like a really good team, especially just getting your team exhausted on the defensive end, just
Yes.
wearing you out, whichever way they see the hole at whatever point in the game.
And
They switch it up.
AJ Brown is looking like AJ Brown.
I know, literally. And it took a couple weeks.
Took a
It took
couple
a couple
weeks,
weeks, but
but he's back.
Fitzmagic is back. I mean Fitzmagic, sorry. The Tannehill magic.
Tannehill, yeah.
He's a strange one for me, man. I feel like
Yes.
even going into that breakout season that he had for them, I was not high on it at all. I was like,
Me either.
why do they
I
think he's the answer? And
I
then
felt like it was gonna crash at any point. Like I was like, this is just not.
literally,
He's not gonna sustain this at all. Yeah.
but after the 2 games that they had against two of the most reputable teams, 2 games that bit me in the butt, I gotta side with the Titans in this one. I think
Yeah.
their ability to wear out the defense as well as the offense needing the time
Yeah.
of possession in order to get that rhythm, I feel like it's not going to happen. I think the Colts are going to have a harder time running the ball too than usual against this team.
Oh yeah. I look, man. Henry's looking. He's a beast,
Mm-hmm.
and like I think is weird when you're seeing like Julio as basically your third option, and his production is starting to pick up a little bit.
Mhm.
So I don't know, man. Now they have some questions. I think on the left side of their line, the offensive line. I think they have a couple of injuries over there.
And this is why
So
it's important. I don't know if
yeah,
you know, but Harold Landry III has been balling for them. I don't know if you know who that
yes,
is.
yes, yes,
He
yes,
has
yes,
been
yes,
balling. He has
yes,
seven and a
yes,
half sacks. He's
yes.
second only to Miles Garrett, which drug test that man right now, please. But the fact that they have a rusher, this is something that people have been asking for so long for this team.
Right.
If they had a pass rush, they'll be so good. And it's not a one man force. They got some names on that line. I agree. I think he might be able to wreak some havoc this week. But if if all healthy, I think this is a closer game. But because they're not on top of how he's playing and that defense has been playing, sneaky good. Secondary is where you
Yes.
have the issues,
Yeah.
and I think having some secondary issues against Wentz isn't the biggest problem.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going Titans on this one. There's they imposed their will on the Chiefs last week, which I'm sure we're going to get into in a second. But they just look like they're hitting on all cylinders right now. So I'm not choosing them over the Colts. I
And
mean,
the spooky
I'm not choosing the Colts over them. I'll put it like
and the
that.
spookiest part about it is they could easily lose this game by 14 points, and we won't be surprised either. That's what I find so strange about
That,
the Titans.
but that's why I was saying like you can make a case for the Colts. You can easily
Yeah.
make a case for the Colts. So I don't know, man. This is gonna be an interesting game. I'm
But all
definitely
right,
watching it.
nice, nice. Next up, we got Dolphins versus Bills. No reason to watch this one. Do you
Uh,
think we get it? How about this one? This is the real pick. Do you think we get another blowout?
Hell yeah. Hell
Oof,
yeah.
oof.
Hell yeah. There's no way the Bills are losing this game. There's just no way. And
Yeah, I
and
agree.
Tua's coming back, right?
Yep, Tua is back.
So, and I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but the production that they were getting out of Gesicki with Brissett as a quarterback and instead of Tua, I think that's gonna show up again. I think not to say Tua is not good, but he's not. He's I don't. He's not the guy. Like
He's more of a game manager.
he's
Yeah.
a game manager. Yeah. So I which is why we're seeing those rumors fly over all over again about them drafting or trading for Deshaun Watson. Which I don't think that's going to happen. At least not right
He
now.
reminds me of why am I blanking on his name? I do this to you. I think I do this to you every week. The backup quarterback for the Raiders who used to play for the Titans. He reminds me of him. What is his name? It starts with an M. Mariota.
Mariota. Oh man, I forgot Mariota
Mariota.
was the backup. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, he
Wow.
reminds he reminds me of him so much.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
much. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Whereas the potential, you can see the potential in flashes, but it's just not. It's not being put together. I mean, and the thing, what I hate about, I guess, sports in general is that we're in a day and age now where if you're not producing within a year or two, it's like people the narrative, whether the team moves on from you or not, the narrative is that you should move on from this guy.
Mhm.
So I don't want to say that the Dolphins need to move on from Tua right now. Like I think if you have some time to build, if that's who you think the guy is. But I just is there's so many question marks with this team right now that it doesn't make any sense that he's looking the way he's looking. I'll say it
I
like that.
agree. And the flashes of potential I find so strange because consistency is not a thing at all for him. But
Yeah.
even the moments of flashes that he shows, they tend to be not ideal football plays. Like he kind of finds a way to make things work, and then you're
Yeah.
like, oh, this is the magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it really isn't. I feel like when it comes to such routine throws, You see him throwing behind guys a lot and
Hmm.
putting guys in a position to really end up taking bad hits, which I
Right.
find kind of the cosmic karma of his injuries in a lot of ways. You could see
Yes.
his receivers are going to be getting frustrated with him because there's a
Yeah.
lot of times where he's laying guys out there to grab some tough checkdowns and end up taking some hits. So
Hmm.
um just not what you want because ideally, yeah, that play gets you 3 yards, but what does it take away from you
Right.
during the next 3 weeks? You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's just it's a weird bag of tricks with that man. So I'm interested to see if they could actually score a point against the Bills this time. I think they will, but
Field goals.
I don't think they're gonna do much. Yep.
They might get a couple of field goals,
Hmm.
and that's if the defense allows them to move upfield to get close to the
Exactly.
line.
Yep.
I don't see them scoring, not a
Yep.
touchdown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
So.
Start Josh Allen if you got him.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Trust me. I got him in like 4 leagues, I think.
Coming off that bye,
Yeah, I need him back. I need him back. There's a couple of leagues where like last week hurt me. So yeah. Yeah.
yeah. All right. This one, another one of the sleepers. We got Bengals Jets. We know which way we're going on this one, right?
Hell yeah. They
We're
just
going with the Jets. Now let me stop. Bengals all day. Bengals all day. I hate to say it after they looked really good against us, man. I would say that game wasn't as much of a blowout as it looked. The only reason it
Yeah.
ended up the way it ended up was because Harbaugh decided to allow some dumb shit to happen. In my opinion, you don't even go for it on fourth that first time. You try to just get another stop.
Yeah.
And I know you need two, but you showed you was able to do it against the Colts. You go
Yeah.
for another stop. You don't go
Yeah.
for it with you're literally 60 yards out. Doesn't make
Right.
any sense to me.
Right.
And that ended up happening twice. So that's why the score kind of got run up at the end. I don't blame anybody for that loss. We had the lead early and we should have kept it.
Hmm.
Um, we saw some of those issues in the secondary. I'm looking at you, Marlon. I love you, buddy. I love you, buddy. But we need to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase is a beast though, and he's
Oh
gonna
my
he's gonna do
God.
well against so many teams this year. I
Bro,
just
I
love
was
that
so
I was on the
wrong.
right side of this. I just love that I was on the right side of this because I knew coming in, even with all the talk of the issues with the catching the ball, I knew
Hmm.
that he was going to be a beast and that this team was going to be better, even though they didn't address the line as much. The fact that you have Mixon, the fact that you have a weapon now, you got to trust the QB, and that's what the QB wanted.
Yeah, I was so wrong at the draft. I was so wrong. I like again, I mean, it makes sense why like that would be the discussion, but I was saying the entire time they need to just draft for the offensive line, build that lineup because Burrow was hurt. Like he needs that help before he can get the downfield help, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, man, Jamar Chase is just rookie of the year.
100%. Yeah, 100%. We said this a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago. I think
yeah,
I think he's gonna set the record for 100-yard games for rookie. I
yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It wouldn't even be surprising at this point. I mean, you're in a passing league too. It wouldn't even be
Yeah.
surprising. Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
And
So
and the way he takes the top off of defenses is crazy because coming out of the box, he doesn't look as fast until
yes,
he's halfway through his route, and you're like, yo, he's
yeah,
gone,
he's
bro. He's
gone.
gone.
It's weird. It's weird. It kind of reminds me of how Mayweather was
Yeah. Mm,
when watching Mayweather. One of the biggest things about him was like I know he's punching, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like he punches so fast. It's just like by the time you actually see the hit, he's already back in his stance.
he's
It's,
out of the way. Yeah.
yeah, so it's like what like you have to play it in slow motion just to see what actually happened, right? So that's kind of like what Jamar Chase reminds me of, like what you're saying, like just that release, like he's not, it doesn't look fast, but like it's like blink of an eye, and like he's already down there.
Yeah, legit. And they have a very good trust too, because you
Yeah,
can see they've
yeah,
been playing with each other for years. They got the national chip together, the
yeah.
national title, and you can see there's a lot of times where he's being led entirely. Like
Oh yeah, for sure.
Burrow's just throwing it, and he knows he's gonna get there, and
Yeah,
it's a fun thing to watch, man. Even
yeah,
though I hate to see it, we took the L, shit
yeah.
happens, but I think this team is gonna be sneaky. I think this team, like I said it a couple weeks back already, this is our biggest threat in this division,
I'm
and
believing it now.
who knows, they could potentially make a run for that bye week. I don't think that's crazy.
I, I'm I'm a believer now.
And I still feel like the Ravens are in that conversation, whether or not people
For
agree
sure.
with it.
For
I
sure.
think regardless of losing that game, we're not far off, but you gotta give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, you don't win all of them. You win
Yeah,
some,
you
you lose
can't.
some.
And and
So
the, and the ones you lose, you gotta learn from them.
you
That's
gotta
what I'm
learn from 'em.
hoping.
Yeah, yeah.
But all right, Steelers Browns. We got the rest of this division being highlighted. I'm actually excited for this one, man.
This is gonna be an interesting game.
A
This is gonna be an
chippy
interesting
game.
game.
A
Yeah,
chippy game.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Where is they playing this one?
They're in Cleveland.
Mayfield. Mayfield playing?
Mm-mm.
He's not playing.
Don't disrespect our boy. Let me check what's the status on the Hunt though.
No, I was saying if Mayfield is playing, I think I'm going to lean that way.
Actually, he's still questionable. Could be a chance. Who knows?
Oh man, I don't know how to choose this one.
Hunt and Chubb are out though. That's my issue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going Steelers. That's there you
Yeah,
go.
there we go.
Never
I
mind.
mean, felt the same last week, but it was a much tougher, a much easier matchup, I should say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Especially on the defensive side, you're gonna really see the Keenum we have come to know and hate.
yeah,
That's who we're gonna see this week. I think I got the Steelers too, even though I hate picking them.
yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, man.
All right, this is the highlight of your
No, it's
week
not.
right here.
No, it's not.
It's a get right game, right?
No, it's not.
We got
No, it's
Eagles
not.
versus Lions in
No, it's not.
Detroit.
I
In
can honest.
Detroit.
I can honestly see the Lions win this game.
No way.
I can
No
honestly see
way.
it.
For real?
I can honestly see it. I can see it. I can see it. And again, like I said, I think I said this last week. Even if the Eagles win this game, I like. What does it prove? That you're slightly better than the Lions?
Oh man.
Like, what does that actually prove?
Oh man. You're being hard on your Eagles,
No,
man. Come
I
on.
am
Come
for
on,
sure.
man.
I am for sure. You know why? Because again, like Nick Sirianni, like, and this, you know what? It's not even all on Sirianni anymore. I'm not even placing all the blame on him anymore. He deserves a good chunk of it though. But Lurie, Jeff Lurie, team owner,
Mm-hmm.
dude, what the hell? What the hell? Like,
Get it together.
I think what you're seeing Zach Ertz produce, and you're seeing Carson Wentz produce in other cities for other teams. It's an indictment on the environment that the Eagles have.
Mm.
Period. Period. I don't even know how the hell we won a championship. I really don't.
I don't either. I'm still trying to figure that.
I honestly think we sold our souls to the devil. I like
Mm.
I the more time passes, I swear on everything, Lurie signed some type of contract with the devil to win the Super Bowl that year, because I really don't know what the hell we're looking at right now. This is a short time span between winning the championship and being where we are right now, and that's a fall. That fall is far. That so I don't care about the Eagles. I if it's okay with you, I don't care about talking about them the rest of the season.
So I'm taking the lead on these. I get to.
I don't care about talking about him. I like I
Man,
might I, like
man.
I don't care. I don't care. Like this is tiring. It's tiring. Sirianni came out this week talking about he told the team, something about their, you might not see the full bloom, but the roots are being the roots are blossoming, or something like that. He said something about planning.
Oh
Like,
man.
I don't care about your Mr. Miyagi metaphors. I don't care about the way you're taking responsibility every week. Emmanuel Ocho, um he actually had a great idea. I saw this earlier today. Um, he's suggesting sit Jalen Hurts to evaluate the coaching, not sit Hurts because this is on Hurts. This is not on Hurts. He accepts responsibility for some stuff for sure, but you need to evaluate the coach. Because if anyone thinks that Gardner Minshew is going to get in there and do anything better than what Jalen Hurts is doing, you're sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken. This is horrible. I'm okay with actually seeing that. I don't think we're going to, but if any of these games, I think the rest of the season get out of hand, I would love to see that part happen. So yeah, like I think the Eagles will win this game. I think they win this game. This is the Lions we're talking about. They're slightly better than the Lions. They're winning this game. But
I was gonna say, please don't let Dan Campbell get a hold of this recording
oh,
because he will be crying. He'll be crying in the team room talking to his guys. You see, we're not the only ones that believe. No, man, I'm telling you, there's no way the Lions win this one.
they're not winning this game. Like I said, I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but you can make a case where they just don't win a game at all this year, and I totally see that happening.
But what happens if they do? What happens if what's the state like from this point forward? Or is it just is the helmet even going to be there
for who?
For you? Is the helmet going to be behind you?
Yeah. It's still going to be there. I have nowhere to put it. And it actually means something to me because of who gave it to me. So that's why it's going to stay there. But if I bought that,
spinning.
Oh yeah, it's not spinning anymore. Yeah, it's not spinning anymore. And Jessica, my co-host on Realish, she was telling me one episode, I forgot to actually turn it on, and she was like, "I love seeing it spin in the background. It looks great. Yeah. Sorry, Jessica.
Not happening.
Not happening. Not happening. Not happening.
I just want to say, you mentioned this earlier. I didn't get a chance to say it. It meant so much to me. Because the person, one of my very close friends that actually got me into football growing up, he actually passed of cancer, and he was a huge Eagles fan, and he actually got to see them win the title right before he left us. And man, that meant so much to me. And like you said, I don't know how it happened because it doesn't make sense when you look back on it, but I just love to feel like he played some part in that, man. So I just wanted to give a huge shout out to my boy Christian. I love you, man.
Yeah.
And we miss you. You're super missed. And man, literally, I don't know how it happened. I feel like this is, at this point, this is promotional malpractice. This needs to be, you need to fix what's going on internally. You need to get it together. And like you said, get somebody else in there, get somebody else to call the shots and see how it goes. Just see how it goes. Well, because this is the week you can mess around and still come out on top. This is the week where you have the room to do that.
Here's the thing. Even if they were to fire Sirianni and Gannon, if you're not removing Howie Roseman from his position, it's the same thing going to happen, just with a different face. So I don't care who you hire. I don't even care if it's Bill Belichick. It's going to be the same exact thing. So to be completely honest, Doug Peterson's stock has risen. His stock has risen because, I mean, it took a dip last year. But the fact that people can look at it right now and say he won a Super Bowl with this team, with that owner and with that general manager, and you won a Super Bowl, bro, come on. I can honestly say I think that's going to end up happening. He might actually get a job before the end of the season because this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and hats off to him.
It's nonsensical. That's the issue too.
Yeah. Because now Miles Sanders is hurt. So where you were utilizing him at the beginning of the game, whoop-de-woo, who cares?
Man, I never thought it'd get here. I can't believe they did this to you, bro. I can't believe it.
You should have seen me last year.
Oh man, it was even worse. I think it's the optimism. It's the optimism. You get up there again, you get up for it, and then you just get stabbed in the back again, man.
Yeah. I would love to see Eric Bieniemy though. Give me Eric Bieniemy.
I love when you just say his name. Like it just is a baller name. Like I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like you could get some of the enemy shirts, like Bieniemy the enemy. Like come on.
Oh man. Yeah, bro. Look, give me Louis Riddick as GM.
Ooh. You're
Give
calling
me
the
Louis.
shots, bro.
Give me Louis Riddick as GM and Eric Bieniemy as coach. I swear to God, we win another Super Bowl. We probably win two.
Ooh, that's a hot take. I love it. I love it. I love it. Man, you're a goat though, because you legit are on point when it comes to personnel, all of that. I have such a hard time keeping up with everyone. I'm like, yo, I'm like Googling these people. I'm like,
Yeah.
who are these? You're legit. You're legit, brother. You're
Bro,
legit.
it's because I've been tortured.
He's like, I've had to look in
I
every
had to
corner.
look. Yeah, I'm
In
looking.
every corner.
Like if like I feel like I'm doing the talent search, like trying to find someone. Just please come in. Come on. I tweeted Louis Riddick, Dan Orlovsky endless times last year to come to Philly.
On point.
So,
Get this man a job. That's what I'm
bro.
saying. Sirianni, this is what you got to listen to, bro.
I don't think so, because Gannon even came out and said that he understands where Fletcher Cox's frustration comes into play and how he feels, and we've got to utilize him the right way. And I've been hearing this for like 2 or 3 weeks, and you're still doing the same thing. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I love the Eagles. That's my team. They'll always be my team. I'm not switching teams, but I don't care. This season, I don't care. And like they can get 3 top 10 picks this coming season. Guess what they're gonna do? They're still gonna mess it up. Man. If Howie Roseman is making the decisions, still gonna mess it up. I don't have no faith in any of this stuff anymore. None. The Celtics don't abuse me. I'll say that. So go Celtics.
I love to hear it. I love to hear it. This is a man that refuses to be a broken man.
Yeah.
That's all that matters here. That's all that matters here. We'll move on. We'll move on because you don't deserve the time, as you said. And moving forward, I will keep it in kind. If it's not a good matchup, we'll move right on. Next up, we got Rams Texans. Speaking of,
treat me like the Texans. Do that. Treat the Eagles like the Texans.
Nice. I'm just saying, if you got Cooper Kupp, start him, please.
Oh, bro, if you have anybody that's in a LA Rams uniform, start them.
Deshaun Jackson, anyone
you got. I don't care if it's Deshaun's grandmother that's a wide receiver this week. Put her in.
Yep. I love it. You love
Put
to
her
hear
in. Yeah.
Niners Bears. This is a sneaky competitive game.
Niners are winning this, bro. Niners are winning this one.
Like it.
Yeah.
Me and you are torn on this one, man. I never thought I'd see the day. I've been the resident 49ers supporter on this show. I've been the guy tooting the horn.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, man, the fact that I feel like this comes down to personnel issues as well. I feel like the fact that Trey Lance is out here and you got me thinking about getting Garoppolo back.
Yeah.
Says a lot about the issues as far as how you're making your game plans for these games. Maybe you're more prepared to play with Garoppolo, but man, Jimmy G is not it, and I'm considering calling for him to come back. So at this point,
not it at all.
At this point, I'm just gonna trust this defense to make some big plays. I'm going with the Bears.
Yeah. This
can be my dumbest pick of the entire season.
Khalil Mack is not playing.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
All right.
But yeah, thank you for letting me know though, because clearly I needed that. Yeah, thank you. But this will probably be the biggest mess up of the entire season. But if I get it right, man.
Yeah. Oh man, if you get this one right, Jesus.
I'm creeping up. I'm just saying, I'm only 4 games behind. We'll leave it at that. Leave it at that. Next up, we got Patriots versus the Chargers. I mean,
we know how.
Hold on, wait. Let me check if Robert Quinn is playing, and then I'll get back to you on whether or not I'm really picking the Bears. Continue.
Chargers will win this one, man. I don't care where they're playing. Like I put it like this: the Patriots they're no scrubs. They're no scrubs, but the Chargers are just a more complete team.
Yeah, man. I was excited.
I can't choose against them.
I was excited to see them blow out the Jets in that second game. It was a real stick it in your game after you guys made it close the first time. And actually came out with the win. I think I don't really know how to feel about the Patriots. I felt this way last year. I feel this way now. Mac Jones isn't reliable.
Right, right,
Cam Newton wasn't reliable.
right.
Their running game always finds a way to make it work, which against this Chargers team has proven to be the way to go.
But their
So
secondary is just like 7-Eleven. It's just wide open.
I know it is. It's open all night. It's
Yeah.
open all night. Oh man, I wanted to talk myself into it, but I agree, man. I'm high on the Chargers. I think it's a tough matchup, but they should be able to come out on the right side of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. You saved me on that one.
Yeah.
I was going. You saw me. You saw me leaning into it.
I saw you leaning into
I
it,
had
but
to. I just had to make the theater. You did this to
yeah.
me earlier too. You did this to me earlier with the Bills Titans. I mean, Bills. Sorry, Titans Colts game. You caught me.
Yeah.
But anyway, this one, I'm interested to see because this is actually a competitive game. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
We got Jags versus Seahawks. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I Jags Seahawks. You can almost at this point in time you can actually make a case for the Jags winning this one, but I think that this is going to be one of those games where Geno Smith kind of gets that ability to have reclamation. I think he'll be able to revive a little bit in this game. It's the Jags. Like it's the Jags. Like if you lose against the Jags, bro, like come on, what are you doing?
Listen, though, I know that's easy to say, but I swear every team that's beat the Jazz has put up 20 plus points. Can the Seahawks put up 20 plus points? That's the question.
You got me there. I like where are they playing this?
DK is out here. DK is out here getting played by OnlyFans models. I know you heard about that.
No.
No way, dude. You didn't hear about this? Actually,
No.
he's not even getting played. She's just clout chasing, really what it is. But
is that why he was posting Bible scriptures?
Oh, definitely. You ready? You
okay.
ready to hear about it?
Yeah.
So I don't know why. I mean, maybe I'm not judging anybody. I'm not even gonna get into this, but he had this girl coming over. He invited her over. She isn't the best looking OnlyFans model I've ever seen. I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
I don't know how successful she is. I don't know if she's in the top 20%. I don't think so. That's why I find this confusing because DK has a wonderful girlfriend at his side. I mean, just wow. Well, this is 2 weeks in a row we've talked about it.
Yeah, I still haven't seen her.
You need to, you need to. But he invited this girl over and eventually decided to tell her, actually, you know what, like, forget it, like, don't come over. And she made a whole big deal about it and was like, oh, you lucky you didn't make me sign an NDA. You lucky I don't throw your address out there and all this stuff and talking all this crap. And then literally she put up a second video, which made it even funnier. Like after the aftermath of her blowing up on him, that he hit her up again on Snap after and was like, nah, actually come back. I'm trying to have a foursome. After telling her to go back home, he's like, nah, actually come back. And she apparently was driving hours plus away, but she ended the video in saying, maybe you were just embarrassed that you nutted in 5 minutes. So once again, this is why you come to the Sideline guys show. This is the NFL news you need.
Wow.
There's a lot there, right?
Yeah. So basically, DK has incredible speed in every factor of life. That man is committed, huh?
Oh man.
Wow.
Real steel and raw sex appeal.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is hilarious. It doesn't get better than this. That is peak Sideline guys right there. That's it. I will phone it in the rest of the season.
Yo, that's hilarious. Hey man, look. God bless him. I see why he's posting scriptures though. I see why
you need those Bibles, brother.
Yeah, you need
Bibles.
Yeah, you need to tat it on your shoulder or something. You need to do something.
I'm going with the Jaguars, bro. Yeah.
Where are they playing?
They're in Seattle.
I'm going with Seahawks in this one, man. I think Gino needs this game.
Who scores more touchdowns, Tyler Lockett or DK?
Lock it.
Yeah.
Lock it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just yeah, man.
All I know is if they both score, DKs will be faster. So next up, we got Bucks versus Saints. Man, their games have been good.
Yo, that was beautiful, bro. That was beautiful.
It's been good. I got you, bro. Come on.
No, man.
I try to sell it, man. You gotta no sell it, man.
Nah, bro. Nah, man. Nah. That was beautiful.
You love to see it. You love to see it, man. I got your follow-up, man. I got your follow-up. Bucks Saints. Every time they played last year, it was competitive. And in my opinion, I feel like shout out to Drew Brees and that patch he got going on, because damn, that shit came back quick, brother. I need to talk to them doctors, bro. I need to get on it. God damn. Maybe it's not wearing a helmet. Maybe I gotta take these hats off. Lord, that's what it might be. But I don't know, man. I think the Saints are sneaky better than they were last year, which sounds sacrilegious.
Yeah.
But they're still bad. So do you think this will be competitive?
They just signed Mark Ingram or traded for him.
Oh, nice. I've been on the Mark Ingram train all year.
Yeah. So
that does nothing for them.
That does nothing for them. That's just what I just saw. This is NFC South, right? Their games are they always go back and forth. We've discussed that before. Bucks are winning this one.
Yeah, 100%. I'm glad.
Unless that Saints defense just decides to show up and just play lights out. But
even if the defense is playing lights out, you know who's showing up. King Crab Jameis has been showing up the past couple of weeks. He's gonna be in the aisle lurking on them crab legs again.
I need LASIK Jameis, bro. I need LASIK Jameis back, man.
He's undefeated.
Yeah. I'm choosing the Bucks.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
Next up, this one has actually pained my heart. The Broncos and the Panthers have really broke my heart this season. And I just want to say, if this has proved me right about anything, you cannot in the 2021 era of the NFL, because this counts for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
You cannot count on a team that has a horrible offense or a passable offense and a good defense. You can't rely on them.
Yeah.
And it's been surprising to see how the Broncos and the Panthers have fell off, but I think they got a manageable one here up against Washington in Denver too. What do you feel about this one?
You said Washington?
Yeah, they're facing Washington. The Broncos are facing Washington.
Okay.
I was just saying
Okay.
Both the Broncos and the Panthers are on the same ilk. That's what I was saying.
I got you. I said that. Okay.
He's like, that's too many teams, bro.
Yeah. That's not how this works. Washington does not have a secondary, bro. I honestly,
we should suit up.
Honestly, I would like for the vet minimum too. I would suit up. I would suit up, and I would on players like DK Metcalf. Business decision. I'm letting him go.
Exactly.
But other guys, I'll go ahead and get them. This is in Denver. I'm going with Denver, man. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I don't trust that secondary at all.
I agree. I can't bring myself to pick Washington, but I don't want to pick the Broncos to win again.
Yeah.
But I got to pick them. I'm going with the Broncos too.
Yeah.
All right. This is the other. Oh, shit. This is going to be a fun game of the week. Are you ready? Cowboys versus Vikings, man. We got two teams coming right off the bisexual week. They're jumping in together right after having their time off, you know? What a time to be alive. I feel like, as far as this game goes, I'm telling you right now, there's no way this game sucks. There's no way this game is
Mm-mm.
like a uncompetitive one team didn't show up kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be an offensive war, and I think you got to pick the Cowboys in that kind of game, right?
Is Dak playing?
I'm gonna double check, but I'm pretty sure he is.
Because I know he's had this calf issue that they've been monitoring.
Yeah, he's
Um,
listed as questionable, but he's most likely gonna suit up.
all right. I'm choosing Cowboys.
All right.
That's so disgusting. Jesus, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
cannot wait for the season to end. This is so
Legit.
disgusting. Oh, this
And
is
by the
oof.
way, Zeke Elliott has made a mockery of us. He is
Oh
actually
yeah.
averaging 5 yards a carry this
Yeah, yeah,
season.
yeah,
So you
yeah,
love to see it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Our predictions for the running backs in this. Well, Sirianni messed that up, but hey,
No,
whatever.
they're still, in my opinion. Wait, I was right on that. I had him as the first back in that
Yeah, Zeke in the
division. I'm
first.
just saying. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
Zeke is
But
first.
I would still say that they need to get Pollard the ball more because he's averaging 6 yards a carry. But anyway, next
Yeah,
up, our last game, a game that if you would have told me was happening at the beginning of the season, I would have said this was one of those games we don't got to talk about. There's no
yeah,
reason to speak.
yeah,
You know what I'm talking about. Monday night,
yeah.
we got the Giants showing up in Kansas City. Why is this a primetime game? Can we start there? What is wrong with the league? I'm closing my eyes for this. I'm a New York fan. I'm a New York resident. I know what it is.
Yeah,
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I don't care. I love that New York gets the spotlight, but stop giving the spotlight to these teams. You know that Buffalo is in New York, right? You
they are a New
fucks.
York team.
You know
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah,
Like, give these guys the primetime minutes. Do not show the Giants or the Jets anymore. I'm tired of it.
yeah, yeah. Chiefs are winning this game.
It's a
there's
bounce
no.
back game.
Yeah, this is a bounce back game because I mean, my God, they got manhandled last week. I mean, from the jump, it wasn't even like,
They popped Mahomes out the game, bro.
bro, and Mahomes is playing, right?
He is.
He
He
didn't have
should
a
be, but he
concussion,
shouldn't.
but yeah,
Look at me, bro.
should. That's
That's the
that.
biggest shit. That's the biggest lie these trainers will tell you every week. They'll try to
Yeah,
tell you he
yeah.
don't got a concussion. My brother.
He's not listed with a concussion.
My
Let me say it
brother.
like that.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. There we
He's
go.
not listed with a concussion, but I mean, the dude looked like he didn't know who he was.
Okay, he was out. Yeah, for sure.
He
I know when someone's out. That dude was out.
Yeah, oh, he was
He
out
was
of it.
out.
He was out of it. So yeah, Chiefs win this one. Um, I think Tyreek Hill is going to have a phenomenal game.
I love watching him play though. Like regardless
Oh
of what
yeah,
how bad they're playing,
yeah,
even getting off the line, he's a special guy to
yeah.
watch.
Footwork is just crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
He's one of the
yeah,
few, sorry to interrupt. He's one of the
no,
few
no,
receivers that I legit watch out of the box, no matter what. Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
like watching how
yeah,
his routes are developing because
yeah,
he does some crazy things.
yeah, yeah. I'm going with the Chiefs on this one. And if they lose this one, you know what? I have a theory.
This
You
is
know
the
how I told
panic
you?
button game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, no. Oh yeah. Like you are like you're stressed out at this point if they lose this game.
Mhm.
You know how I told you I'm superstitious?
Yes.
Superstitious. You know who I actually blame for this season for the Chiefs? I
This is a good
blame
question.
I blame Patrick's brother because the
The
more
scum.
this dude dances, the more he comes out with these TikTok videos, the worse they play. Like legit. And like there's a video that showed him dancing with I guess his girlfriend and Patrick Mahomes was just sitting right there.
Mhm.
I felt so I legit felt bad for Pat. Like dude was just sitting there just
Legit
like
miserable.
yeah, you can see, and I don't know if that's because of the concussion. I don't know if that's the mixture of the concussion and the brother, but it looked like if that was my brother, I'd slap the curls straight.
Is that some Georgia shit? Like I've never heard that in my life, bro.
Nah,
That's
I
fire.
just made that up, man.
Slap the crew straight. Let's go.
that dude, that dude is annoying, and and
Legit.
and and I think I It probably has nothing to do with one has nothing to do with the other, but I am placing blame on his brother.
And I love those videos for the very same reason that you hate him, and it's because you could tell in his face that he believes what he's doing
He believe, bro.
is fire. Like he commits like with the face so much more than a lot of these people do usually.
Oh
It's so
yeah.
funny.
No,
It's so funny.
it's like
Cringe.
it's like he's like, you remember how Paris Hilton had a singing career at
Uh-huh.
some point?
Yeah.
It reminds me of that, like cringeworthy type of thing. Like he just like she believes she can sing, right?
Hmm.
He believes he can dance. He legit
Literally.
believes like he looks good doing this.
Literally.
Nah, bruh.
There's got to be a video of him doing the gritty that we're gonna have to
Oh, I'm pretty sure
pull
that
up the tape
I'm
and
pretty sure
really
he has one
analyze,
already.
because that's going to be the tail of the tape right there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
going
yeah.
to be the one where we see this is not for you, my brother. This is not the lane
just
you think you're going
just
down.
based off the facial expressions, it's not for him.
So cringe, so
It
cringe, dude.
looks horrible.
It looks like he's trying to undress you as he dances, and it
Bro,
makes me
it looks like
very
he's trying. It
uncomfortable.
really looks like he's trying to seduce the audience. It looks weird.
And
It
with
just
all due respect, he's not like this may be all time ayo moment of the sideline guys, but out of the two brothers, he's not the better looking one. So why did
nah,
you
nah,
why
nah.
didn't you double
I
down on the
blame
sport?
Drake.
Like,
I blame Drake. I blame Drake
here we
because of the
go.
eyes. It's the eyes. It's all in the
uh,
eyes. It's all in the eyes. I blame Drake. I blame Drake
oh
because
man,
this has something to do with him for something. I don't know what. I don't know why. I don't know how. But this has something to do with Drake.
I think I know. I figured it out. It's the influence that Drake had on his life.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
why
Like Drake is indirectly responsible for this. Not the
he's
dance
empowered
moves, but
men
the
to make
eyes.
faces
No,
like this.
him, him. I blame him. This kid alone is the reason why the Chiefs are trash.
And I
He
agree
is.
with it.
He is.
I agree with it.
It's him and his eyes.
Yep. Yep. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. It doesn't get better than that, dude. This is a special week. This is a special week. I will admit.
Yeah, yeah. Much
We've
better than
gotten some
last week.
great moments. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thousand times. Thousand times. Yeah. I got to cut you off though. I had to
Yeah.
bring that back. You know, I was a little superstitious about that leaving, you know. Oh man, sorry. I don't get to bring guests on the show. I know.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the games themselves.
Oh,
I'm
that's
talking
what
about the games. Yeah. Oh, I'm not talking about logic, bro. We got back on point with no problem. That ain't an issue. That ain't an issue.
You're
I'm
right.
talking
You're
about
right.
the
You're
games.
right. You're right.
The games themselves. This is significantly better than last week. So yeah, hopefully we just have a better week.
But I
Oh no.
agree. It is the
Yeah.
games this week. It is the games.
Yeah.
There's so much
Yeah.
better games for us to look into. That's why we had a great time digging into these. I mean, what a
Yeah.
time to be alive right now. We got NBA, NFL, and MMA. I'm going to say this right now. As we're talking, I would encourage you, whether if you have a free night tonight. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
look up the PFL. If you have ESPN Plus, they're doing their finals today. And what the PFL is, they're an MMA organization that is entirely based on ooh, the, here we go. Here we go. What's that word? Meritocracy. There we go.
Yeah.
So there is no promotional aspect to this. It is literally a tournament
Okay.
in every weight class,
Okay.
and all the finals are happening right now. So every fight is worth $1 million. Whoever wins is getting $1 million, which is, you would think, wow, that's so much money. That's way more money than most MMA promotions are coming close to.
Yeah.
And
How do they get that money with no
that's a great
promotions?
question. So the way it works is that obviously they do their events. They're not famous, but they call the Professional Fighters League. They do their events. They have good investors. They have good guests. They had CC on last year, CC Sabathia. They have a bunch of random people
Oh.
that they come on to take part in sort of giving their analysis and thoughts on the fight. But in general, once again, this is a tournament format only. So it's not like we're promoting Conor McGregor. We're promoting this person. It's entirely
Okay.
based on the tournament, and whoever wins is the one that gets the $1 million. You get paid every week, but either way, the fact that they're doing a tournament model in 2021 is
Yeah.
super cool.
Yeah.
You get to see on my other show, on the MMA archive, I was talking about some tournaments that happened way back in the day. So it's cool to
Yeah.
see that model happening. And the fact that you get fights on a Wednesday night, who could complain about that?
Nah, not at all. You can't. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. Yeah, man. All right. I think we've met our quota.
Yes, sir. We've gone
Yeah.
way beyond it.
I think
It's
we've
been a
met
good
our
one though.
quota for sure. Yeah. But go ahead and give them your handles.
Yep. So you could catch me at Negron MMA on Twitter. Um, Look forward to a big week this week. We got episode of on the MMA archive, UFC number 2. We're gonna be
Yes.
covering the second ever UFC event where Hoist Gracie, the champion, is gonna be given the chance to defend his title in what is a larger tournament. So it is a 16-man tournament. One night. That's the difference
Yeah.
between back then and now. There used to
Yeah.
be some
Yeah.
crazy shit back then
Yeah. That I
where
don't
four
know.
fights
I don't know
in one night.
how. I don't know
4 fights in
how.
one night. Yep.
That makes no sense.
But that's gonna be exciting to cover. It is literally a marathon. It was almost as long as one of these shows we do together. So
Man.
look forward to that. I had a lot to talk about with that one,
Yeah.
and also look forward to once again. I just got to get this plug in last second. This Saturday, you got one of the biggest UFC cards of the year. One of my favorite fighters fighting another one of my favorite fighters. I've never been
Yeah.
so torn
Yeah.
in what my opinion is the true battle for who the bantamweight champion is. Peter Yan versus Corey Sandhagen. You also have Jan Blachowicz defending his title against Glover Teixeira. Fun fact: Glover Teixeira was one of the first fighters that I've ever seen outside of competition out there in Connecticut. I got to see my boy at one of his Danbury martial arts centers, so that was really cool.
Oh
But
man.
really dope night of fights. Honestly, this is one of the deepest, most stacked cards that the UFC has made all year.
Yeah.
There's big
Yeah.
prospects on this one. And if I have to point the finger on two people, make sure you check out the Islam Mahachev versus Dan Hooker fight. In my
Yeah.
opinion, that is the heir to the throne at lightweight. That is Khabib's protege. You will see Khabib in his
Yeah.
corner. I'm interested to see how he does against a high level striker. And finally, Khamzat Chimaev. Boars, my man's is named after submachine gun. That's the kind of dude this guy is. Um, Grappling and striking on a whole nother level, and he's fighting
Yeah.
a really dangerous guy in Li Jinglian. So really exciting stuff this weekend.
Most definitely.
Check out some coverage of that on Negrong MMA, and then you could also catch me on Instagram at Chris Negrong _.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you can follow me, Derrick _OTS. That's DERRICK. But please follow the brand at OTS Media Co. I'm still trying to get that down pat. At OTS Media Co. All social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. YouTube.com/OTS Media Co. I think OTS Media Co. And subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you think. Rate, review for the Sideline guys. Let us know what you guys think of the show. How you think we're doing with our picks. If you want to come on as a guest, please let us know. We would love to have you guys on. But yeah, I think that's about it. So
Yes,
we will
sir.
catch you guys next week. And thank you guys for watching.
Peace.